Hi guys, so I'm back again this week with a new video, and I am going to be telling you how I found out I was pregnant. And so this is going to be basically a story time video. Basically, first thing I should say is, at the time me and my boyfriend were kind of in an argument, and it was going on for quite a while. So my period was supposed to come, and it was about 4 days late before I even realized that it hadn't come yet. And my periods were kind of irregular. I was on the pill originally to regulate my cycle, and it really didn't work for that at all. And clearly it didn't work for other reasons too. But it really did not work to regulate my cycle very well. Sometimes I wouldn't even get my period. So I have taken a pregnancy test before for that reason. They obviously came out negative before, but I did take one before, so it wasn't new to me to have to go and buy one. Basically, my period was like 4 or 5 days late when I first had noticed. And I was like, oh, you know what? It's probably just because my pill, it's messing up my periods again. Like, this happens all the time. And so I wasn't worried about it, and I really didn't have any like symptoms of being pregnant that I knew of. So I didn't have any nausea though, and I didn't really have, I didn't puke at all. So I didn't think I was pregnant, basically. So I really wasn't worried about it, and I waited it out. So I waited until the end of that week, and that's when I was like, oh, should I start taking my pill again? So I was kind of like, well, maybe I should take a test just to be sure before I start taking this pill again. I don't know, because I didn't know if it harmed, a fetus. I didn't really know. So I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't take it yet. So I ended up not taking the pill, and I also wanted to see if my period would come for that next week. So by the time I ended up taking a test, I was 2 weeks late for my period. Which you guys are probably like, why would you even do that? Like, the second you guys probably would miss your period, you would take a test right away. But I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, oh, I'll wait another week and see if my period comes. And it didn't. So after school one day, I ended up running to the store, and I got like the cheapest pregnancy test possible to get, and basically I was like, oh, I'm not going to spend a lot of money on something if it's not going to be worth it, you know what I mean? I was like, if it comes out positive, which it's not going to, that was my mindset. If it comes out positive, even though it's not going to, I'll go get another test. So I got the test, and I came home, and I wasn't really nervous about it. Normally I probably would have been like, oh my god, like, call my friend or call somebody and tell them that I don't want to do it alone, like most girls would, or want to do it like with my boyfriend. I didn't think I was pregnant, so I just took the test. So after I had peed on the test, I was washing my hands, and I look over at the test, and like, it was like my entire stomach like sank. I was like, what the hell? Like, is that 2 lines? So I pick up the test, right? And I'm like looking at it. Let me tell you, these lines were literally dark as hell. Like, the control line was the same color as the line that's supposed to pop up if you're pregnant. Therefore, like, the level of HCG that was in my urine was like very high. Otherwise it would have been kind of faint. So I was like, okay, so I start freaking out. Like, I'm panicking at this point. And I do have one of the tests with me that I can show you guys. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it. This isn't the one that had this wasn't the first test that I had taken, but this is a test. If you guys are grossed out by this, don't look at this part, but this is a test that I did end up taking. I don't know if you guys can see it, but yeah, so you can clearly see there's 2 lines there. So that was like one of the cheapest tests ever. Like, it was like $1. I'm not even kidding, but they do work if you guys are wondering. So those tests do work, clearly. And so I start panicking and I jump in my car. Like, I don't even like go like trying to act like nothing's wrong. I like literally like just ran out of the house. I got in my car and I am frantically calling my boyfriend. I'm like, hey, where are you? What the hell? Leaving messages. I didn't want to text him and tell him this. You know what I mean? I felt like that was really like disrespectful if I did that. And I knew he was out with his friend at the time, so I kind of felt bad for bothering him, honestly, but whatever, you know what I mean? This is a big thing that you should know about. So he texts me and he's like, what? Like, all trying to be big and bad. He's like, what? And I'm like, oh, so you want to be mean right now when I am in the situation. So I'm like, fuck you, dude. I sent him a picture of the test. I didn't even tell him. I literally just sent him a picture of it. He's like, he like basically said it was fake. Oh, he's like, that's not real. And I'm like, first of all, are you stupid, dude? So I'm like flipping shit on him basically. And he goes, go get another test. And I was like, okay. So I go to the store. And obviously I wanted to get one for myself anyways, because I still honestly did not believe that I was pregnant. And I get two digital tests, and I get another cheap test, which is the one I showed you. That's the other one that I took, that was cheap. And so I get the two digital ones, which were like $40, which was ridiculous, but they basically just look like this, and they don't stay forever. Like the word that pops up, it's either yes or no. They both came up as yes, if you guys are wondering. So and I don't want to come home and like take another test and then like leave again, because that'd be sketchy. So I like take the test at like the store that I bought it at, which is I guess kind of gross, but like whatever. um when you don't live on your own and you're living with your parents still, it's kind of like, it'd be kind of weird if I just kept walking in and out of the house like freaking out, you know what I mean? Those are annoying because you have to wait, like it literally like blinks for like an hour until the yes or no pops up. So is it freaking something in my tooth right here? I feel like there might be. I don't know, but I'm sorry if there was, guys, that entire video. But so basically it's blinking and blinking and blinking, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know what I mean? So I leave the bathroom and I take the test with me, and I'm like in the car just looking at it, waiting for it to pop up, and it pops up yes, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, you know what I mean? I'm like, so I panic. I sent him a picture of that one, and he's like, well, I don't want to like kind of like, I don't want to put him on blast, but he basically said to get an abortion. In my opinion, if you're gonna lay down with somebody and have sex with them, you should be prepared for something like this to happen. And if you're not prepared, then isn't that just too bad? Because you shouldn't have, you obviously aren't mature enough to be having sex if you can't deal with taking care of a child. So there you go, a little life lesson for you people who are watching. If you can't take care of a child, stop having sex. I texted my sister. This was my oldest sister too, so we're very close. So I told her first. I told her before anybody else. I asked her. I was like, can you set up an appointment so I can get it confirmed before I tell mom? And she was like, yeah, sure, that's fine. And she did that for me. And I am still kind of like in shock about it because I'm not showing, or I can't feel the baby move or anything, so it just kind of doesn't feel like I'm pregnant, other than the like morning sickness and the tiredness and the headaches and all that stuff. But and I believe I was 5 weeks pregnant, or 4. It was either 5 or 4 weeks pregnant, because when I got my ultrasound, it was either 2 or 3 weeks after I had taken the test. They measured the baby at 7 weeks. The day I found out, I picked up the prenatal vitamins at my work. So yeah, guys, that's basically my story of how I found out I was pregnant. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if it was long. I really don't know how long this video is. But yeah, if you guys want more videos like this of me telling people and stuff like that, just let me know, and I'd be like really happy to do that for you guys. So thanks so much for watching. Thumbs up the video and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys soon with a new video, guys. Have a good one. Bye.